What would you do if you found your spouse's wedding ring tossed in the cup holder like loose change? That's not a mistake. That's a message. Welcome to the Justice Vault, where we unpack real stories of betrayal, boundaries, and the quiet power of walking away. If you believe justice doesn't always shout, sometimes it simply closes the door, you're in the right place. Let's get into it. Darius Ellison was 47 that winter. Transit authority electrician. Night shifts. Quiet hands. The kind of man who fixes signal systems and restores antique radios in his garage on weekends. He believed in repair. For too long, he confused that with endurance. His wife Simone? A neonatal nurse. Calm voice. Steady hands. Married 21 years. One daughter in college. A life that looked solid from the outside. Saturday breakfasts, Sunday phone calls, labeled leftovers in the fridge. Nothing dramatic. Until the phone started landing face down. If you've lived with someone for 2 decades, you notice the micro changes. The screen lighting up late at night. The sudden privacy. The new perfume. The extra committee meetings. Small shifts. Easy to excuse. Darius did what many loyal partners do. He negotiated against his own instincts. Until the morning he borrowed Simone's SUV. And found her wedding ring sitting in the cup holder. Next to a sticky quarter. That ring had survived funerals, asthma scares, financial stress, 21 winters. And now it was parked beside loose change. That's when something changed inside him. Not heartbreak. Offense. He didn't yell. Didn't accuse. Didn't perform outrage. He handed her the ring that evening and said, "You forgot this." She barely flinched. "Hand lotion," she said. "In the car," he replied. Annoyance, not remorse. That told him everything. So instead of confrontation, he chose documentation. Bank statements, late-night charges at upscale restaurants, volunteer luncheons that cost $186 in candlelight. Then one evening, driving past Playhouse Square, he saw her, under red hotel awnings, laughing beside a man in a charcoal coat. The kiss was quick, but it was the hand on her back, familiar, practiced, that ended the marriage in Darius's mind. He didn't shake. He didn't cry. He felt cold clarity. And that's when he made the decision that defined the entire story, confrontation or consequence. If you're following this and you already know which one you'd choose, tap like on this video. It helps the Justice Vault reach more people who believe dignity is louder than drama. Now here's where it gets precise. Darius didn't explode. He prepared, consulted a lawyer, moved funds responsibly, secured personal documents, protected his retirement. No theatrics, just structure. Then he rented a small furnished apartment above a barber shop. Clean, quiet, enough heat. On a Monday morning, while Simone was at charting, he packed his half of the house. Clothes, tools, radios, memories. And on the bed, he left an envelope with divorce papers. A short typed note. "You are not confused. You are not misunderstood. You made choices. I know about Marcus. Speak to my attorney." One photo, not the kiss. The hand on her back. And on top of it all, his wedding ring. He locked the door out of habit. Then caught himself, left the key on the counter, and drove away without looking back. She called 3 times that night. He removed the SIM card and dropped it in a gas station trash can. Because access is a privilege. And she had forfeited it. The hardest conversation wasn't with Simone. It was with their daughter, Mia. Darius drove to D.C. so she wouldn't hear the truth in fragments. He showed her enough evidence to understand, not enough to wound unnecessarily. She read silently, then said, "That's evil work." He didn't correct her. The divorce moved slowly. Realistically, assets split, equity protected, peace negotiated. Simone tried letters later, blamed loneliness, stress, feeling invisible. In the 3rd letter, she admitted the truth. She liked being seen as new by someone who didn't know her history. That was the most honest thing she wrote. Darius read it twice, felt nothing he wanted to rebuild on. And that was the final confirmation. Years passed. He met Renee, A history teacher who didn't play games and didn't need mystery. They built something steady, consistent. No phones face down. No hidden receipts. No strategic apologies. At their daughter's graduation, Darius stood in the sun, smiling without strain. That was the real victory. Not revenge. Not humiliation. Peace. Simone eventually ended up alone in a smaller condo. He didn't celebrate that. Consequences aren't entertainment when you once loved the person receiving them. But he didn't rescue her from them either. And that's the lesson. The turning point wasn't the hotel kiss. It was the ring in the cup holder. The moment disrespect arrived in small portions, and he stopped accepting it. He didn't win because he left dramatically. He won because he left clearly. So I'll ask you, would you have confronted her immediately or built your exit quietly? Sometimes closure isn't a final argument. Sometimes it's a boundary that stays closed. If you want more deep dives into justice, betrayal, and the quiet power of walking away, subscribe to the Justice Vault, like this video, and share it with others who appreciate stories where dignity wins. Because not all justice is loud. Sometimes it's just a door clicking shut and never reopening.